Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. I'm here with day number 12 of Junk Journal Round Robin. By now you have heard me for 12 days today rattling on about what Junk Journal Round Robin is, so I won't go through all the details other than to say check the description box if you are in fact unaware of what we're doing here. So I've got two packages today. This is from Mary Ellen and this is from Shell. So let's open Shell's first today. I'll just pop that open. Oh, lovely. Look at these sweet peas. Those are wonderful. Tim Holtz silhouette. And then we have this pretty washi tape with roses from Mary Ellen. I'm just going to tear it up off here. I am not bothered if I am messing up the packaging at all because the washi tape itself I could reuse if I wanted to by gluing it. So I'm not straining about that. Okay. Ooh, I think I see something I like already. A Toad's Way by Elizabeth Coatsworth, illustrated by Joy Buba. I met a little woman who was going up a hill, and when she wasn't hopping, she sat extremely still. She hadn't any neck at all. She hadn't any chin. She opened wide her great big mouth and snapped a young fly in. She seemed to be good-natured and friendly as could be, for while she swallowed a fly down the fly, she winked her eye at me. Okay, I love that. Yes. The only thing that makes me sad is there's a great picture here, but you lose the poem. And then we have this back here too, which is a lovely little beaver, turtle, tortoise, and another beaver there. So very cute, totally up my alley. And I think this and this are going to be how these things come together. So let's think about the way that we want this to come together and what we want to make. Ho hum hum. Let me think. Okay, give me just a moment. Alrighty, so I just grabbed a few supplies here. So let's start with this one first. Now, what I need first are folders. So first things first is I need a little bit of kind of an idea here. I'm going to cut this into usable parts. Okay, this and this. Now, do I want that to be straight edged or do I want to tear around it? Okay. So I kind of have this plan that I would like to make sort of like, I mean, they could be small folios or they could be like little inserts into a book. So I've grabbed some of my dyed green paper here for background. And I think I need, what do I want? Something else that is perhaps some green scraps. I'm just grabbing scraps out of my bin, which is next to me here. If you're wondering, what is she doing? Pausing here? What's going on? Just the typical hullabaloo that goes on, you know. All right, not that. No. There it is. There's some green. I wish I had a feasible way to put my scraps up here and hunt through them, but I do not. So I'm sorry. Okay, so I first need to determine the width that this is going to be. I think about like that. So we'll just kind of pencil in here about that. And then where is my verse? My girl. And I suspect I will put this up here-ish. So I think, yeah, we got to go a little wider perhaps. Although not necessarily. That should actually be quite good. Maybe a titch. This by about this is what we'll do. Okay, so now let's just put all those up here. And get the cutter out here. All right. I want that to be the inside, I think. Yeah. I was just reading this beautiful book by Jessica Ehrlich. It's a book of poetry about motherhood. It's called Beautiful Chaos, and the way that I heard about it is that I saw her post on Instagram the other day, and it was the most, I mean, heart-wrenching but also so beautiful story about, like, so she's a poet, and a woman who was battling cancer reached out to her to ask her to write a poem for her daughter, because like something that, you know, essentially would be words that her daughter could kind of get, you know, a bit from, with her mother having, you know, a terminal diagnosis. So the poet began to work on the poem and she got it done, but when she emailed it for kind of approval, she didn't hear back and her heart sunk, and surely enough the worst happened. But through the power of the internet, the poem did reach her friend who sent it to this woman's husband. So, you know, the little girl will get the poem, which, you know, what a heartbreaking situation. But it absolutely, like, obviously resonated with me as a mom, and like, whew. So the poem is beautiful. It's the last poem in the book. of a whole book of, you know, poems on motherhood. And it's something called like when I leave here or something. I can't recall. I should have brought the book with me. It's upstairs. I just read the poem to my husband, and it was like all I could do not to like cry the whole time. Goodness me. I'm like a very emotional person sometimes, especially as it relates to children. Holy moly. Okay, set those aside. Oh, this is fun. I like this already. Okay, so what I want to do now, I think, is create... Do we want a pocket on this? Would that be fun too? Maybe a pocket? That could be cool. Okay, so let's first, I think, sort out the top. Okay, so I need this at the very top, and I need some background here. So that's where this Scrappy Doo comes in. So I'm going to fold these. And I'm going to use art glitter glue on these because this is scrapbook paper. It's a little bit thicker. Had an outside picnic with the kids today. My daughter's feeling a little under the weather, but I want her to get a bit of fresh air. I'm hoping she feels better by tomorrow because she has parkour and she's been dying to begin parkour. I swear she catches something every time she has something to do. And I just signed her up for this like camp with her scouts group, and I am just hoping, with all fingers crossed, that she doesn't catch anything else between now and camp, because she ended up getting sick, but like she wasn't sick, she was just coughing essentially, because she has a bit of a what they call active asthma. So it's like this cough that just lasts for a very, very long time, and you have to take an inhaler in the morning and evening, and eventually it goes away. It's similar to like when you get bronchitis or something. It's not particularly like illing. It doesn't make you awfully ill, but it's there. It's this cough. It's annoying. So she is struggling a little bit with that, as I understand lots of kids do at her age. But yeah, it's a pain. So I'm hoping that it all sorts itself out. Okay, so I think the next thing I wanted to do on this was to consider if we wanted a pocket to be a part of this as well. And I guess if I were going to put that on here, it would go on the pocket. The poetry would begin, I guess, on the pocket as well. Let's just see if that would all fit. It certainly will. Oh, I could also put this part there, here. No, I kind of like it all together. Okay, let's just get the pocket sorted here first. Flip this over. Why do I feel like this is going to be like a long make? See, I do catch myself. I know when I'm doing this thing where I just kind of trail off into the night, but that's okay. What else are we going to do today? I'm having a bit of a homebody's day now that I've been out all morning, or I guess like late morning, early afternoon. We have dinner in the slow cooker, so there's not much to do house-wise, except that I do need to start working on preparing for my kids' birthdays. We have visitors coming and all sorts. Okay, this is crushed olive oil work. Where is my dauber? Here it is. So much beautiful green. Okay, hydration. Okay. That's what I'm looking for, forest moss. Ink around these poetry pieces. And then a toad's way. I might call my mother today to see how she's doing. She's just had cataract surgery in one of her eyes, and she's having the second in about a week. She did really wonderfully, so it's very good because she had very bad cataracts. She's been wearing these like glasses that see into the future, so she's pretty happy to be out of the way of that whole situation. I think she was feeling in kind of a cute way, like self-conscious about it. But also I sort of think, I don't know, I think my dad kind of contributes to that accidentally by, you know, telling everyone how thick her glasses are. They are funny and a calamity, my parents. But yeah, she's doing good. They're both doing good. My dad's been doing this cool thing lately that he's been updating me on. In our hometown, he has a friend who owns what used to be an old mill when I was a kid. And I know that sounds very ancient, but we used to have a mill still operating, probably even, you know, kind of old-fashioned for the times when I was a kid, but it did still operate. We used to buy our bread and our eggs and milk there, and it was lovely. But now it's been sold, and they have decided to put some kind of a virtual golf situation. And they're like, so there are grain silos, and the grain silos are like rounded, obviously. And then the mill itself also has like a bit of a barn, rounded kind of roof. And I guess that there's a special company coming in from the United States to install some screens that go on all of those like rounded surfaces to create like a virtual golf experience. The whole thing sounds a little bizarre to me, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's like, golf is not my thing. Golf attracts people that I find annoying if I'm not like being too precocious. Not to say everyone who plays golf is annoying. I just I work in a corporate environment, and I have dealt with some things. I'm going to just tell you that right now. And I know it's not everyone, and it's not all the time. It's just, yeah, I think you have to kind of know what you have to probably have experienced what I have to understand my viewpoint. I don't, you know, obviously have any issue with this whole thing. It just sounds a little funny to be virtually golfing. I want to get to the times when we're virtually working. And I don't mean working from home. I mean, I think that should be the standard of the day anyways, but goodness knows many many people in middle management in the world are very strained by their inability to control people and must call them back to the office to feel like, you know, the world isn't falling apart, even though for 5 years we have done our work at home. That's probably all I need to say on that without getting too crabby. But yeah, I'm not really a firm believer that we need to be going into the office wasting time and energy. I think it's kind of pointless. I also know, like, I get so much more work done at home, and I'm able to start, and like I'm able to get so much done. I'm able to help my customers like so early in the morning and get ahead of things and like get lots of stuff done that I feel so good at the end of the day. Like, I got so much work done today. I'm going to be so prepared for tomorrow, and like everybody's happy. But then you add a 2-hour commute to that and flush the whole dream down the toilet. So for me, nah, don't wanna. Okay, I'm wondering if I want to put another strip here at all. Maybe of that. Or here. Like kind of a... Now that would cover up the booklet. Okay. Now, the only surface I think I need to deal with is the back. And we have the option of using, you know, if this were to go into a folio, into a book, we could certainly use 2 sides. I could make 2 pieces, but I could also make this 2-sided. So, you know, this kind of is cute because I think of it like, imagine she's the woman he's talking about, or the girl, really, a little woman. And then imagine he's the narrator and he's back here telling this story. You know, he's reading this story to us, and I think he has that look on his face, right? Like he could be doing that. So I think I may just use this all as one piece because I kind of love it together. And then we have one nice like big tuck-in folio for like a nice nature journal type piece or story. We've got lots of white space down here, so I'm not messing with the image up here. Glue that all down. And then obviously come around here. Now, do we want another pocket on here? Some kind of like... Somebody could get a couple of pockets in a folio. That would be nice. So I'm going to use... What do I have here? Actually, I've got more of this too. So we could really kind of match that. That would be very cool. So let's cut this here. Then, I think what I may do is clip it a little shorter. So it'll be more like a bureau type pocket, a little shorter and smaller. Okay. I need to find out where we're going to glue him. Probably about there. And just below his chin. Okay. I'm just blending with this marker to blend in and color in his bow. Then again, we're just going to tap in. I want to colorize his little shirt here. Fun. Okay. Then, actually, before I do that, I'm wondering if, I think I can, I'm going to round the corners here with my 1/2 inch. It's a thick bite. Okay. Oops. I'm going to just colorize this whole white space. Okay. Then yeah, let's add a little tab, and I'm going to round the corners here, but with my 1/4 inch on that fold. So this one and this one. So we're going to get a nice tab. Okay, put a couple of these things away so I can find all these scraps out of my way here. 80 million scraps that I dug out to do this project. All right, now, did I have any? I used all of that. Okay, yeah, I was just checking to see, do I have any words? Amphibians. No, I think that's fine. I don't need words. I'm just being a take forever crafter here. Okay, so here we go. We have this folio, and you know, maybe this story is being read from the experience of this boy. He's talking about this girl, and we have this tuck pocket here and here. We have 2 pockets, and you flip this over, and inside you have my dyed green paper and this fun tab. So that would be a lovely journal folio. It could also tuck into a journal, and I'm super happy with this. What a fun little story we've told with just this simple bit. So thank you to my friends Shell and Mary Ellen. Please check out their channels, which are linked to the description box, to see what fun they're doing today, what goodies they have. And I will talk to you tomorrow with more Junk Journal Round Robin. Bye for now.